Hi everybody, it's Tammy with the Frou-frou Studio and welcome back for another episode of I Saw It on Pinterest. Today I am going to do a version of this pen by Hildy Wattenberg. She uploaded it herself. She doesn't have a link to any kind of website or page or anything like that. So to find it, I would assume that you could search Hildy Wattenberg and see the pen. So basically what it is a tag with like a frame, and it looks like a butterfly within 2 pieces of acetate, and then she's mounted it on this little tag or journaling card. It could be either, I would say. So I have prepared different versions of this, and so we're going to try some different versions and see how they come out. So what I did is I took Tim Holtz. I saved these. This one's been cut. But I saved these little cards that come on the back of the Tim Holtz Ideology products. And like this one was from Hinge Clips. But like I said, it's been, a piece of it's been cut off and used for something else. But I had 3 that were whole. And so I took those 3 and I covered them with coffee dyed paper front and back. And so we're going to decorate one side, and then we're going to leave the other side for writing on my versions. And then I started thinking about, okay, what could you use to do a specimen card and it not necessarily have to be butterflies. I use a lot of butterflies. A lot of people use a lot of butterflies. They're always great to put in journals. I love butterflies. But I wanted to do some different ideas with kind of the same concept that you could use in different kinds of journals. So the first thing that I did, because it's winter, is I made some snowflake specimens. And I just used did these by die cutting different snowflake shapes, and I put them in between 2 pieces of cardstock that I punched out with my circle punch, and this particular punch is a 2-inch punch. So that doesn't really matter as long as your snowflake die cut would fit in there. Of course, you could do it bigger, smaller, you know, whatever's going to fit. And then I put a little bit of the mica flakes in there just so it kind of has, you know, a snowy effect. And it also makes kind of a shaker kind of thing, which is kind of cool. So I did 3 different shapes in that. Probably when I made these for a journal, I would do them in 3s just because, you know, 3 is a good number when it comes to displaying something. So we're going to do one like this. And then I also pulled out a digital from Digital Collage Club that has some seashells on it. And these I just put in coin sleeves, coin holders that I got, you know, any place that you can get these any place that they sell supplies for collecting. And I think I ordered mine off Amazon. And these are the $50 size. And of course, you know, they come in different size. I really wanted the silver dollar size, and they were out of stock when I ordered them, so I got the $half size. And it makes a circle that is 1.5 inches, thereabouts. So you could do the same thing with a circle punch and, you know, punch out 1.5 inch circle, and you would have the same. I just use these because I had them. So that's that version, and like I said, I did 3 shells for that version, and then I did 3 flowers, and these are just faux pressed flowers that I think I got these at Hobby Lobby, and they're the Paper Source or whatever. I've had them in my stash for a while, and these are pansies, of course. And so you could use those. And then the last ones that I did are bees. And this digital is from, or bees and bugs. I don't know that all these are bees. This digital is from Louisa Heinzel at Junk Journal Arts. And same thing, I use the little coin holders, and I had to shrink these down a little bit. They were too big, and if you print them at the regular size, they're too big. And so I think what I did is I told it to print did I tell it a 5x7? I think I told it to print a 5x7 instead of full page, and so that got them small enough to fit. And then this little pocket thing is from my Porch Prints, her Bees Journal ephemera pack. And it's just a, you know, print it out and cut it and fold it kind of digital. But I thought these would look real cute just stuck down in the pockets like this. And then you could mount them on the page. So, that's the ones that I did. So, let's start with the snowflake and see if we can get it stamped and put together for one of these tags. I pulled out some labels and things to use on them. And I'm going to put one label up underneath so it kind of shows through. Where I want to put the, actually, let me ink that. How's everybody doing? I'm filming this on Friday, so I hope everybody is getting ready to have a wonderful weekend. And of course, my glue's not going to cooperate. There we go. About right there, I think. I just want that to show in a little bit in the background, and then we're going to do some stamping. And I've got some script and some numbers. So I'm going to do the script first, and I'm going to do that in Vintage Photo just to kind of create a little bit of a background here. Okay, and then I've got this little round stamp that is from, it is a Tim Holtz stamp, but it is from one of his, let me put my pen and my glue here real quick. It is from one of his clear stamp collections that he does for Joann's rather than his rubber stamps. We'll put that in a couple places. And then let's put some numbers on here because we need some numbers always. Okay, and maybe this one. I might put that, no, it's too, start to say I might put that on the actual slide. I'm going to put that there so I can tell where I want to do something else. Okay, and then I've got some other little numbers and things. So let's ink those up and glue them. Oh, not glue, ink. And I'm going to put that one just like up on the top of the thing. So I'm going to figure out where I want the others first before I glue that one, since we have to glue the snowflake down first for that one. Okay, so let's glue our snowflake down. And I just use cardstock for these. I may have said that already. But it's a real thin cardstock. So it's really a good way to use so you're not making too bulky of a tag. Okay, and then I have, I don't know how well you can see it in this. I'll try to make it bigger. But she has a little screwhead brad with a bulb pin on it, and then she's put little different kinds of little danglies. on hers. And what I have is this is a Tim Holtz brad, and I just bent it so that it would have a little hook that would hook around the ball pin. And then I am going to poke a hole and put the little brad through it so that it will hold it on there. So let me get my little pokey tool here, and I'm going to reach over to the side just for a minute where my cutting mat is, so I can get it started to poke a hole. Okay. And then we'll hold it there. And put it in. Now, if you didn't want this to show on the back, you could put your brad in before you put your writing piece on the back, your piece of coffee dye that, you know, to cover the back of the tag. But I am just going to put a piece of washi tape on there because it doesn't bother me that it's going through. Okay, so that's that one. And I am going to leave this fairly white. I'm going to scuff it up just a little because the snowflake is white. So I'm just going to put just a little bit on here to kind of tone it down just a tad, but other than that, I'm going to leave it as is. So there's that one. So now let's do one with one of the other things. Maybe we can do this, one of the seashells. Okay, so again, same thing. It's one of the Tim Holtz tags. And these are great, guys, so save these tags. Excuse me just a minute, I'm going to take a drink. Okay, so this one I'm going to do a shell, and I put a little pearl on the pin. I thought that would be kind of cute for this one. And I've got some tags, some more little labels to put on it. So let's do this one. Actually, I might want to use, let's use the blue on this one, since if we were to make a journal with this one, it would probably, since it's a shell, it would probably be more apt to have blues in the journal. And that tag actually says blue. That's funny. I just grabbed one that I thought was about the right size. And on that one, it's not going to show, so I don't want to put it behind like I did on the other one anyway. Okay, so here's our shell, and you can see by using the coin holder instead of one that I made myself, it's going to be much thicker because those coin holders, you know, are thicker. So if that matters to you, you might want to, in this case, you could have, because the picture that I used, because I didn't cut all the way around it, and the actual digital was a circle with a shell in it, you can't see the back side, so you really could have taken half that card and used it and not you know, not use the back side. In other words, you could have taken it, cut it right here, and just used the front part, and you could have saved the back part to do the same thing on another one. Or I could have fussy cut around that shell, and it would have been the same thing. It would have been open to the back. So that's a couple options. All right, so again, let's do some stamping first. And I'm just going to use the same kind of stamps because that's what I have over here. What did I do with the script stamp? There it is. And you could use anything for backgrounds. Another good one would be, you know, if you had something that had splatters or something like that on it, that would look good too. Just to get something to kind of fill up that empty space. Okay, and then we will take our little numbers here. Okay. I think I'll do this long one on here. Make sure I'm not doing it upside down. Oh, that looks really good. Okay. And just any of your, you know, kind of field notes kind of stamps will work with this, I think. Okay, like that. Then let's put some of these little labels down. Ooh, I put that in my archival, my black archival ink instead of vintage photo. Let me put the top on that before I do that again. I'll change my distressor too. And actually, I said I was going to use this one, didn't I? And just kind of move these around until you like what you got going on. I hope that was in camera, guys. I am not doing anything, luckily. Maybe something like that. You can't pick that one up. There we go. I'm gonna have to clean my fingers now. I got that black ink all over them. Okay, and then again, I'm gonna poke a hole up in the corner. And put her little pearl up there. So there's that one. So that one would be all ready for some kind of summer journal or marine life, or you know, whatever you wanted to do for that. All right, so the last version is the flowers. And I'm going to use this purple one. And this one, instead of gluing, I just took a tiny attacher and I stapled it. And I might want to use this one. I think I'll use this one. Turn the purple towards the bottom since it's the heavier color. Okay, so let's do our stamping. And we'll try to use the right inks this time. And for this one, if you had like a stamp that had some flower diagrams or something, I think that would be cool to put back here, or some kind of gardening stuff or something like that. But anything like this can be a specimen, right? Oh, let's do some numbers too. You figure out where these are gonna go. something like that. So let's do one there, maybe one here. And let's do our file down here this time. And let's do this number, maybe over here. And then let's do this big long number. I really like this big long number on the card itself. Sorry, I had to get that a little bit closer to me so I could see the edge of the card, so I could be sure and get it all on there. Okay, so let's get this one all glued down. Okay, and then this little guy. All right, and again, I'm going to put my hole up in the corner, and for this one, I have a little ladybug charm. And again, you could do, you know, whatever. You could do another number. You could do some kind of little vial with seeds in it. You know, anything that pertains to gardening or florals or, you know, anything like that would look cute. I just had a ladybug, so that's what I'm going to use. Oh. I don't have to unpin that. Another thing you could do too, if you didn't want to use the grommet or the brads, you could put in a you know, one of those things, a grommet, and use just put the ball pen directly into the grommet instead of using a brad. And that probably needs a jump ring on it so it'll lay flatter. So it'll lay fatter. Let's see, do I have any jump rings over here? I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. But that is what I would suggest to that, and that is what I will do after the video, is actually put a jump ring on that, because if you put a jump ring on it and then put it on the ball pin, it will lay flat, where right now it's wanting to lay sideways, because that's how the thing is on the pin. And I think even if I did it the other way, it would still do that. So yeah, I will add that. Okay, so that's 3 versions on the card, which is what matches the Pinterest pin. I'm having the hardest time. And then, like I said, you know, I did this version, which is about the same. You know, it has the coin things with the bees in it. And I just put them in these pockets. And then I have this little bulb pin that you could either do. Now, see, this one's going to lay flatter. Actually, it won't if I put it on that, because it's going to have the same issue. The bulb pin would have to go on. Well, no, that one's flatter. That one may lay flatter if I turn it around the other way. I thought I'd do this one up in the corner. Like that. And it's a bee. So there we go. As you can see, the possibilities are endless. So when you see something on Pinterest, you know, when I'm looking on Pinterest, and I've said this before, I'm not looking for something that I'm going to copy exactly. I am looking for something that I can adapt to whatever kind of journal, or, you know, whatever project I am working on. And I look at it as, you know, what can I do to make this work in what I'm doing? So it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly like what you're seeing. It can be, you know, your version or your take on. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you one of these with a grommet, because it will make that lay flat. And so I'll be accomplishing 2 things at once. And I'm putting a tiny one in here. I have these little bitty tiny ones. And I'm going to use a silver one, because that's what matches. My pin and my charm. Okay, so then if I take this, and I hope I didn't put that too far down, put it in here. Yeah, tell me that'd work if you put it in there right. Such a goofball. And I still put it in there wrong. I've got backwards-itis today, guys. Backwards-itis. There we go. Now, still doesn't lay as flat as I want it to. I may still end up putting a jumpering on it. You know, some people would have already done it in the time that it's taken me fiddling around doing this. But I'm determined. If I do that, it's going to be backwards. There we go. By George. There we go. I did it. All right, so there's our 3 versions. So very easily we have a seaside or a marine type journal. We have, you know, this could be a botanical or a floral or even, you know, just a general journal. Flowers go in everything. And then this one would be real cute in a winter journal, which is doesn't at all have any kind of Christmas feel to it. So I like that too, that's, and they're all pretty neutral. So I feel like that they would fit in, you know, any color scheme of journal that you're doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And again, the name to search is, let me bring it back up here, Hildy Wattenberg, and it's WATTENBERGH on Pinterest. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and thanks for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're going to be starting some new projects in 2023 that I'm really excited about, and I'm hoping that you all will join in and journal with me. And until till when? Until the weekend. Oh no, the weekend's Christmas. I guess I will have to film ahead so you guys will have something to watch on Saturday, even though I'm sure you have much more important things to do on Christmas Eve than watch my videos. It will still be out there available for you. And have a wonderful holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate. I hope it's great, and I hope you get to spend lots of quality time with your family. And I will see you back after that on Tuesday, which actually I'm trying to decide. Yeah, back on Tuesday, which will be the last Marguerite Miller. And then, you know, after that, I'll make a short video on what I'm going to be doing in 2023 to replace the Marguerite Miller Weekly Challenge. So I hope you join me for that as well. Now I will shut up and let you all go on and enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.